Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you for this day and for the opportunity to serve our community. Grant us wisdom, clarity, and compassion as we deliberate and make decisions. May our actions reflect fairness, respect, and a commitment to the common good. Guide us to lead with integrity and to work together in unity for the well-being of all. Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, as you can see, Commissioner Postal is not with us today, so Mr. Wise will be making the motions. I'll be stepping from the chair to second all. First item is the approval of the minutes from July 2nd.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. All right, Treasurer's report. Griffith.
Morning.
Good morning.
The following bills are to be paid pending approval. Accounts payable with a total of $1,294.89. Payroll for the period was $378,271.98. 911 account with checks and EFTs totaling $76,235.84. CYS with 22 checks and 91 EFTs for a total of $410,462.46. LEPC fund had a check for $35.81. Liquid fuels fund, one check for $8,746.67. Act 137 had a check for $86.25. CDBG home, one check, $18,900 even. And finally, CDBG, three checks for a total of $282,939.24.
Okay. Motion to accept payment of the bill.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, continue, please.
Treasurer's report for the period starting 7/1 and ending 7/14/2026. The general account had a starting balance of $1,833,422.79. Total debits for the period $726,496.99. Rounding out the period with an ending balance of $844,352.91. Finally, the reserve account ended the period with $12,001,784.62.
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. All right, meetings and events. Commissioner Wise.
Kathy has my meetings and events for the month.
All right, Chief Clerk has mine as well. And I'd like to welcome Alessa Norris and Colston Diven from MCTV here today. Thanks for filming for us. Do we have any public comment this morning?
Mike Leeper. Welcome, or thank you for welcoming us. I'll be very brief. Last week, the big boy was here, the train, but I think really we got a bigger train coming right at us, this data center. I want to bring you up to date real quick. June 12th, Granville Township submitted their draft proposal ordinance data center. 30-day public comment passed. That would have been July 12th, Sunday. On Friday, July 10th, a couple days before that, timestamped at 3:34 p.m. The posted hours of Granville Township are from 8 to 3:45. The developer showed up on the doorstep at 3:34 and plopped a plan before the ordinance could be passed. If you remember last month when I was here, thank you. One of the statements I made was, we don't know what we don't know. I think we found out a lot. We found out a lot from this plan. We found out that not only, because we didn't know where it was, rumor. We didn't know who it was, rumor. But we found out something really significant. They're not talking one farm, they're talking two farms. Major acreage zoned industrial. So before the new ordinance was adopted, which was adopted last night, by the way, the new ordinance, some are now saying it's a moot point, that the new ordinance really doesn't apply to when they plopped it on the desk at 3:34, 2 days before the 30-day comment period. Again, those are semantics. I think we're at the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. I'm sorry, Kevin. Maybe we're on the hardwood. 0 point something. Down by 2 points, if you get where I'm getting at. Spare you the time. In that time frame, a lot of us have learned a lot about municipal government. I admit, been here all my life. Spent almost 45 years in Granville Township, about 3-minute walking distance from where this proposed data center is going to be, is now said it's going to be. But we learned a lot about municipal government, county government. We learned that there's this board and that board. This board reports to this one doesn't, this does. This board doesn't have anything to do with whatever. You get my point. It's almost like, in our opinion, my opinion, playing dodgeball. And you know the 5 rules of dodgeball, right? Dodge, dip, duck, dive, dodge. So my point is, it just seems like this is getting past. I don't have anything to do with this. I don't have anything to do with it. It needs to go here. It needs to go there. But I think that you, as the county commissioners, that basically are the big umbrella over the whole county, can do something. I think that you, either individually or more so collectively, can write a letter, draft a letter, contact this developer. We didn't know who the developer was until they sent the plan in. I challenge you. I saw the plan. Unfortunately, I didn't get to read it. Someone once said we need to pass it so we can see it. The plan is that thick. The plats that were laid on the table are this big. And there wasn't just one page of them. There was at least 25 to 50 pages of those plats. A stack of plans that big. Anyway, I didn't bring it with me because I don't have a copy, obviously. But I challenge you to go see that plan. It's at Granville Township. To go see those maps and look at it. But I think, again, backing up, I think that you have a duty as the umbrella to this county, and Granville Township is in this county, that you need to, I understand, I do know, I was not at the meeting that you guys were at, and I sure do appreciate that, your comments, that you kind of like said, we don't want this here either. If you remember last meeting, I presented 6,840 signatures, petitions against it. I haven't found one yet that is in favor of it. So I think that you collectively, as a board or individually, can send letters, call, talk to the developer. We found out who the developer is. Powerhouse Data Center, PA, and Data Centers Partners. I thank you for your time. I'll give you this. I appreciate if you would contact them. And if you're, what you said.
I'll say, I'm certainly not averse to contacting them. I've contacted the governor's office. They've contacted our representative, our senator. We've spoken publicly out against this. The two of us at least are not in favor of this at all. We don't want it, but it does have to run its course. The Granville Township has the hammer here, but we will definitely hop on and tell the developers that, as commissioners, we don't want this for our county. The people don't want it, and to go somewhere else.
And I really do thank you for that. We appreciate that. Again, not to be funny and cliche, because this is, quite frankly, like I said last time, this is not a funny deal. Don't play dodgeball. Pass it on somewhere else. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, if you stick around, I'll speak to you after the
Okay,
meeting.
sure, thank you.
Any other public comment?
Yes, sir, if I may.
Yes.
Morning, my name's John Frazee. I'm third generation owner and caretaker of 737 Loop Road. I want to tag on to what Mike has just said. Currently, what's under proposal is a 70-foot building, 300 feet from my property. I have no say in the matter. I have nothing, there is no recourse. And to add to what Mike has said, Granville Township is underwater. We do not have the means or capability to manage this situation. And as a taxpaying citizen, I feel, as Mike has said, I would ask that you do what you can to change the outcome of this. It has been, everybody reads the papers, everybody pays attention to things. We all know what data centers and the developers for data centers do. They come into depressed areas and they ramrod their agenda, which is exactly as Mike said, what has happened. There was not an ordinance in place. I was at the meeting last month where it was almost an aside that the Granville Township sent their ordinance for approval from the county. And it was a last minute and aside at the end of the meeting that it was even mentioned. This is something, and I hate to keep referring to Mike here, but as he mentioned, this is no longer Ellinger's property that is going to be developed. This is also another farm. It will encircle all of Industrial Park. And what they've put in place, what they're proposing, is not something that anyone wants, as you gentlemen and ladies have mentioned already. But I feel, as Mike has said, that Granville Township is underwater. They are way in over their heads with this. And it really is up to the county and the people further up the food chain to make recommendations as to how to manage this. It's very easy to say, well, that's Granville Township's problem. It's not. It's everyone's problem. Because not only will it affect that area, and as I said, 300 feet from my property line is what is proposed. It's not going to be just me. It's going to be this whole valley. It's going to be every citizen in this area that will be affected. And I understand business. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I understand business. And I understand that they can come in and the landowner can sell it if he wants. The people that want to develop can do what they want. However, this is something that will affect everyone in this community. And I really am disappointed that the ball, as he said, dodgeball, the ball has been passed from one group to the next group to the next group with no one taking accountability. Now, I understand some of you, remember my father, who was a code enforcement officer 20 years ago for Granville Township and the borough. I wish I had paid more attention at that time to what the laws are and what the rules are. I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV. However, I do understand right from wrong. And I understand that Mark Ellinger can do what he wants with his property. But as I said last night at the meeting in Granville Township, shame. Shame on him, shame on those who bury their heads in the sand. Because again, this is 2 years out, 5 years out, depending on litigation, it can go longer. But I want everyone to be aware that will listen, that this will affect everyone, not just me, not just my family. So I thank you for your time and I appreciate and hope you do the right thing.
Thank you. Any other public comment this morning? All right, we'll move on to new business. We have a proclamation for National Ice Cream Month, the National Ice Cream Day, July 2026. Whereas in 1984, President Ronald Reagan proclaimed the month of July as National Ice Cream Month and designated the third Sunday of July as National Ice Cream Day, recognizing ice cream as a wholesome, enjoyable food that is cherished by Americans of all ages. Whereas in his proclamation, President Reagan called upon the people of the United States to observe these occasions with appropriate ceremonies and activities, encouraging communities across our nation to celebrate one of America's favorite desserts. And whereas in 2026, National Ice Cream Day will be celebrated on Sunday, July 19th, providing another opportunity for families, friends, neighbors, and visitors to come together and enjoy this timeless summertime tradition. Whereas the dairy industry plays an important role in Pennsylvania's economy, and Mifflin County is proud of its rich agricultural heritage and the hardworking dairy farm families whose dedication helps provide the quality milk used to create delicious ice cream enjoyed throughout the Commonwealth and across the nation. And whereas National Ice Cream Month is an opportunity to recognize not only the simple joy that ice cream brings, but also the farmers, dairy processors, local businesses, and community organizations that contribute to this beloved American tradition. Now therefore be it proclaimed the Mifflin County Commissioners proclaim July 2026 as National Ice Cream Month, and Sunday, July 19th, 2026 is National Ice Cream Day in Mifflin County. We encourage all citizens to join in celebrating these special occasions by supporting our local dairy industry and ice cream businesses, sharing the joy of this classic American dessert, and recognizing the many contributions of dairy farmers whose hard work makes these sweet celebrations possible. Witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands this 16th day of July 2026, Mifflin County Commissioners, Postal, Codish, and Wise. Motion to accept.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. All right. We have a couple visitors here. We have some people from Twin Kiss. Would you like to come up?
Good morning.
Morning.
How's everyone today? I didn't really come prepared.
Use some ice cream.
But
Milkshakes or
we did retreat.
You're gonna get one.
We did. We brought some ice cream sandwiches and some nutty bars and pinwheels and some mini ice cream cakes. They're all made in our store. I make them. It is exciting month for dairy and for us at the store. We really truly enjoy being a part of this community and being able to serve everybody some sweet treats. We
purchased the business 6 years ago almost. The former owners had the business in the area for over 45 years, around 45 years. It's been, the Twin Kiss has been in the location, it's been for now around 51 years. And so it was an honor for us to be able to purchase it when they were retiring. And we continue to have the business go forward for many, many years. That's our plan.
Awesome.
But thank you for having us. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Hey, when the meeting concludes, we're gonna get the treats out and pass out to anyone at once.
And we will be open on Sunday, so anybody who needs some good ice cream, come on by and see us and.
And we want to thank Twin Kiss. You're a leader in the community. Also, don't want to, ignore the other ones. We have many fine ones, Dairy Queen, Harshbarger, Southern Mo, Reedsville Creamery. We have a lot of good ice cream businesses here, and you all do a great job for us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community.
Picture.
Yeah.
Hey,
We can get the picture to get the ice cream.
Yeah.
Get that.
Rebecca, you
Not getting the picture taken, Steve?
No, I'm just here to
Just here.
try to keep the pitchforks and torches down. Yeah.
Should have been.
I mean, my mom's house is right at the top of this hill. My daughter's living there. So this new place, I think, is gonna go right over where it is. She's out of her mind. And I'm like saying, what you gotta hope is if they piss on it. Because you need them to piss on Walmart, Standard Steel, somebody with real clout money, you can start throwing money. You're right, that I think Granville's hard.
As a continuation of that proclamation, Rebecca Harrop from the Mifflin County Farm Bureau is here to give us a few comments as well.
I'm a dairy farmer from Siglerville. representing, as you said, Farm Bureau. And I've had the honor to represent the state and then even on the national level with the American Farm Bureau on promotion and engagement. And I just want to thank you for recognizing the hard work of farmers. I don't know if you guys know or not, but farming actually has the highest suicide rate in the country. We don't farm to make money, obviously. Farming is hard, we struggle, and it's a way of life. It's not a job to us. We do it because we love it. So again, thank you for recognizing the farmers. And if I can, I'd like to highlight a couple of our upcoming events we have here in the county. On August 20th, we are having our 4th Farm to Table Gala. It's going to be at Brookmere Winery again. Tickets are $50. What we do is we work with Chef K from Solid Gold Concessions, and we tell him what meat we're going to have this year, and he gives us a menu. And we source almost our entire menu items from local farms. A lot of them are ones that have direct to consumer markets. And then we print off a menu the night of the event. And each menu item we list where exactly those menu items, what farm they came from. And we invite the farmers to the gala as well, so they can talk to the consumers directly, so people can learn some of the farms in the area that do have the direct to consumer markets. Again, tickets are $50 a person. You can check our Facebook page to get tickets. And then another event we have coming up is going to be in September 5th up at Rocky Ridge Rodeo. They're having Pennsylvania Farm Bureau Night. Again, you don't need to be a Farm Bureau member or a farmer or anything to go. Anyone can go to the rodeo. But we're sponsoring the night, and we're going to have some free giveaways and door prizes there for that.
And you want to mention the youth fair?
Yeah, we have youth fair coming up. That is August 2nd to the 8th. And on Wednesday night of the fair, we do a giant ice cream sundae free. That is sponsored by Reedsville Creamery. They donate the ice cream and the hot fudge topping. And then we put it in a giant kiddie pool, and we almost never have leftovers. We serve that until it runs out, and then if it starts to melt, we have milkshake cups that we scoop it into, so not any of it gets wasted. And there's all kinds of events and activities at the youth fair. Monday night is our opening ceremony we have every year. That'll be at 5 p.m. I believe the commissioners got your invitations for that. We invite some of the legislators and local and state dignitaries to that. Again, anyone is welcome to come to that. We offer, if you've never been to the fair, a little tour of the fairgrounds afterwards. I believe, Kevin, you've gone on that every single year now. And again, Reedsville Creamery, they give us some milk to give out at that event as well. And then, of course, the last day of the fair, Saturday, the kids have their livestock auction. They get to sell their animals that they worked hard all year for, and make a little money, whether it's for college funds or car funds or things like that. It's great to come out and support the local youth. And then you also have some meat you can put back in your freezer for the year. And then Saturday night, we have our open show benefit auction. Local businesses donate items to our auction. And then we sell that, and that money comes back into the fair for running the fair and things for the youth, and that goes all over different parts of the fair.
All right, thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You doing cow milking again?
Yes, I guess.
All right, moving on, we have a request for exoneration of 2026 county portion of per capita taxes. Armagh tax collector has 36, Brown Township has 61, Burnham has 45. Terry Township has 97, Granville Township has 80, United Terrace Borough has 1, Newton Hamilton has 2, Union Township has 45, and Wayne Township has 31. Motion to accept exoneration. Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Request for exoneration of 2025 delinquent real estate taxes and relieve Kathy Witzel, Assistant Director, from collecting the tax on state property that has received a veteran's exemption. Motion to approve the exoneration.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. Okay, motion passes. Memorandum of understanding with Tuscarora Intermediate Unit to provide adult basic education and workforce development services to inmates of the Mifflin County Correctional Facility for the period July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027, the amount of $7,500. This is a continuation of a program that's been on for many years. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Item E, Mifflin County Public Defender Indigent Defense Grant Policy for Bonus Initiative. Public Defender Sean Curry.
Good morning, thank you for your time. With me is Melissa Stewart, Director of Human Services. She heads our grant management team. If you have any questions that I haven't answered, she's here to help me out. I have previously provided copy of this policy proposal via email, but I wanted to bring a hard copy with me today in case anybody needed a refresher. By way of reminder, we've had this ongoing grant for a few years now. It's a state grant that said it's ongoing and it assists our office immensely in absorbing significant costs that help provide greater defense and services to indigents in our community and without the cost being absorbed by the county. More recently, PCCD has come to us and said, hey, for certain bonus retention policies or initiatives, we need to have a policy in place. We did not already have a policy in place. As such, we've created one. I don't think it's anything new. It's basically what we've already been doing and is consistent with what's required. We're just simply asking that this policy be approved.
All right, that grant has prospects for continuing for the next few years.
Yes, that's our understanding of it and our hope. We've been diligent in our efforts in terms of how we utilize those funds. We've been able to add 3 additional staff since the start of the initiative. And we hope to maintain that. That absorbs the majority of our grant funds annually. We've also instituted a case management system that we didn't previously have. That's been significant for our office in terms of tracking cases and conflicts and management of cases among and between attorneys. Now that we have a staff, the first 5 years or so, I was kind of the lone ranger in the office. So there's a lot more administrative responsibilities that are required, and that assist us in doing that.
All right, any questions for Sean? Motion to approve the policy.
So move that motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, Sean.
Thank you. I appreciate you and your time.
Next, we have a 5-year proposal from Revise to redesign and provide maintenance of the county website for $7,600 annually. MIS Director Aaron Felker.
Morning. This proposal addresses a couple things that we have going on right now with the website. The first one is that by April of next year, our website needs to be ADA compliant completely. That's a pretty big uplift. There's a lot of documents on our website, a lot of meeting minutes, that sort of thing that get posted. To make the current website completely ADA compliant would be a significant challenge, and would probably require us to contract with a third party, no matter what, to get it to that point. The second thing that is happening is that web provider that we partnered with for a number of years now, County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania, are changing how they're doing their web offerings. Previously, they hosted that all themselves. Now they're looking to kind of offload that to a partner that's more dedicated just to web hosting. And that's where Revise comes in. Revise is who they're contracting with. So I spoke to Revise. What Revise is offering us here is basically a website redesign, hosting, making all the content ADA compliant, and doing all of that over a 5-year plan that keeps our costs lower than it has been annually for the past couple of years, and locks in that rate so that we're not going to be seeing any price increases for at least the next 5 years. So yeah, all design costs, all update costs, training costs are included in that proposal. So they think they can move pretty quickly. It should be a relatively low burden on our department and the county as a whole to get things on the new website, and it'll be modernized, specialized for mobile devices and all the other different kinds of ways people access the website now. And it'll be fully ADA compliant.
Is there any kind of timetable on that, when the new one would be live?
In the proposal, they provide a timetable. I believe it's something around 9 months or so. They don't have any concerns about meeting the timeline for ADA compliance. So thankfully, our website, even though it has a lot of data, it should be pretty straightforward to migrate over.
Will the current one be live until they do a total switch over, or will they do pieces?
It'll be, one and done kind of switch over.
All right, thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Motion to approve this proposal.
So moved.
A second, all those in favor? Aye. All right, motion's approved. Proposal for fire protection systems from Rose Sprinklers. Mifflin County Library, $450 per annual and $750 for this special 5-year frequency inspection. Mifflin County Courthouse, $150 per annual inspection and $250 for 5-year frequency inspection. Mifflin County Courthouse, $650 per annual inspection, $1,525 for 5-year frequency. Mifflin County Courthouse Annex, $175 per annual inspection, $685 for 5-year frequency. Mifflin County Prison, $350 per annual inspection and $800 for 5-year frequency inspection. Motion to approve the proposal from Rose Sprinkler.
So moved.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Proposal for annual extinguisher inspection and maintenance and semi-annual maintenance of kitchen fire suppression system from Swartz Fire and Safety Company Incorporated. This is a new company that we got a bid from, and our director of maintenance is endorsed this. We're gonna see savings in each area going forward, so that, and it's a 5-year deal, I believe, going forward. So cost savings, it's a nice feature for us. Again, that's with Sports Fire and Safety Equipment. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Should approve. Grant agreements for the homeless assistance for the period July 1, 2026 to June 30, 2027. Human Services Director Melissa Stewart.
There are annual grants that we get from the State Department of Human Services each year. As you can see in our office, we utilize it for case management and then for rental and utility assistance. If somebody is facing an eviction or utility shutoff that would result in their home being condemned, we can provide assistance to them, and then we do ongoing case management. And then for shelter services and Youth Use Network, they use that for emergency shelter.
Okay. Is this not similar to last year's?
It's the exact same thing as last year's. It's actually 2 years ago, we got a very small increase, which was the first increase in over 20 years. So I don't anticipate changing much, but take what we can get.
Has it ever been a decrease?
Not to my knowledge in over 20 years.
All right. Motion to approve the grant agreement.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Item J, Brown Township Supervisor selection of the lowest bidder for the Walnut Street Sidewalk Project, Phase 3, CDBG project, solid state masonry, $93,970. Carol Kearney High from CEDACOG. Morning, Carol.
These are, it's an update. We have a lot of projects, in various stages with CDBG funding in Mifflin County. This, Walnut Street Sidewalk Project in Reedsville and Brown Township. This is the final phase of a multi-year, multi-phase project to complete the last section. When we talked about the items for the agenda for this meeting, this is one of 3 that we had that were contingent upon being reviewed by the engineer and by CEDACOG compliance standards team. So this one is ready to move forward with the notice of award for Brown Township.
Right. Question for Carol on that one.
Go ahead.
Said it's the final phase.
Yes.
All right. All right, motion's made. I'll second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion approved. Thank you. Now that we had items K and L, but they have been pulled from the agenda, they are not ready to proceed.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, finally, personnel items. We have the transfer of Denisha Yoder from full-time to part-time telecommunicator effective July 13th. Resignation of Natalie Van Horn from children and youth caseworker effective July 17th. And resignation of Bailey McCall, children and youth caseworker effective August 14th. Motion to approve the personnel item.
So move that.
Second, all those in favor? Aye. All right, motion is approved. We've completed our agenda. The meeting is adjourned.